What is sportsmanship?
Alright guys, welcome back to the series for week number 44. I'm just going to be straight up with you guys. There's some truly diabolical stuff this week, so if you have access to a bath bag, I would recommend it. We're starting off with Ray Riv doing, I would say, the cleanest overtake possible on the Audi. And the Audi, I don't know if he was just inexperienced or if he was trying to hit him, but either way, it's going to end up with him getting sucked into the void at the Pentagon corner here. And he's going to end up, well, not too bad actually. He's in third place. However, he's got the Ricky Bobby first or last philosophy because he's going to quit the race. And then next up at 9, we have got RX-8 Racer and this guy in the black Mazda. Well, these are all Mazdas. But he's got a Vendetta on the orange car. So he's going to just shove him off and try and prevent him from rejoining. But still, in his efforts, not managed to get in front of him and actually lose the position in the process. So well done. And then again at the S's, we're going to try it, but still not managed to get in front, and then jumping ahead a little bit to another S's section. He's going to find a good opportunity to just cut the track and punt him. It's not going to quite work out. He's going to eventually get in front, but it's going to backfire spectacularly and it's going to end up in stone dead last. And again, another person quitting the race there. So next up at 8, we have got Corona Vera. We're again doing MX5s on Kyoto, but this is just a daily race, not the FIA. And he's in last place right now. There's a whole bunch of cars going into this little death chicane here. And that's never a good idea. 2 wide is a bad idea there, so 3 wide is always terrible. So that means that Corona Vera is going to benefit from that, and he's going to go all the way from last up into 4th place, from just being in the right place at the right time. And then no one's going to punt him at the first corner, so he's going to manage to hold 4th place. And then next up at 7, we've got Trone. I don't think this guy was dirty, I just think he was stupid for not doing any practice, as we're going to see evidence of later. But he's going to kind of punt that Lambo because of being late on the brakes and not get a penalty, because the penalties are of course turned off. And then looking through there, well, there's obviously your problem. You've got 24 Ks on the clock, which means he's done no practice, and that's a terrible idea, especially if you're racing at night. So going into the braking zone here, he is now behind Trone. Trone is going to see it coming and let him carry on onto the grass, and then he's going to spin across the track. And well, he's going to also be one who's going to quit the race. So that is 3 quits from 4 clips so far. And then next up at 6, we have got CP Meliodas T doing this interesting race from race A last week. And this chap here was not the cleanest driver, and he's going to try and take his opportunity.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
And it's going to backfire quite nicely. He's going to end up with a 1.5 second penalty and losing a couple of positions, and then jumping ahead a bit. He managed to catch up and he went for a ram, but because this is not exactly the highest safety rating lobby you'll ever see, he got ghosted in his attempts to do so. He's going to get another penalty. Don't think it's really going to matter because it is so spread out. But still, he looked like a bit of a fool in the process, and he picked up only 2nd. So coming in at 5, we have got Superior End, and these 2 chaps, I mean, if this was me seeing my name attached to this driving, I would just be so embarrassed. I don't know how these guys don't feel any shame when they see these kinds of things. But these 2 have started 1st and 2nd. But they just hate each other for some reason. They're going to get into it, and it's going to end up hurting both of them more than they would have liked. So here we are on lap 3, serving a penalty now. Still in 1st and 2nd place, but of course we don't want to pass each other here, or don't want to let the other one past. So now we're going to go for a punt here. That's the right-hander. And then just a residual punt as we shove him into the wall there. So of course that means we're going to try and get some revenge here. Of course that is a natural thing, but it's just going to be like a tennis match here. It's just back and forth with the revenge as they take both of them out there. And they're only going to lose 1 position in the process, so that could have been worse. So let's just call it here, guys, please. This is getting a bit ridiculous now, but no, we're going to shove each other into the wall again. Now we are back down to 5th and 6th place. Having made up a position now, we've seen another opportunity to get revenge. We're going to shove him into the wall. So he's lost a bunch of positions and the other one has gained positions. And now I think that might have even been in the same corner. I don't know, but we're going to do the same thing. like I said, a tennis match, just back and forth, and eventually it's going to end up with these guys who were 1st and 2nd on the first lap, now 9th and 10th, and I think they ended up 11th and 12th. So next up at 4, feeling very dirty after that clip, we've got Liam, and this guy's going to brake check for absolutely no reason there, old Shano there, and he's going to try and ram Liam, miss out, and then at the first corner of the next lap, just going to shove him off there. That's how we gain positions. We don't do clean overtakes here. And he's going to brake check for no reason. He had the lead actually, and end up losing a bit of control as a lot of people come into the fray here. So now through the little dash chicane, I'm going to try and block that guy. Not going to work out quite so well. And now there's a whole bunch of cars, and we're not talking about a good driver here because he just kept it buried on the throttle, ended up losing a whole bunch of control, or all control, and a whole bunch of positions, and now we're down into 8th. And next up at 3, we've got District Alex. And of course, what's a week of Idiots of the Week with old Kimi Villacini not appearing? So this is a classic pass from him. Well done. We're going to end up losing positions as a result of that, so good effort. But now the Bugatti, for some reason, has irritated him. First contact that had the whole race, and that was his own fault. And now he's going to just shove him off at the last corner and end up losing a whole bunch more positions. So we're going to be down to 2nd to last by the end of this. What an absolute fool. And we'll no doubt see Kimi next week as he does some more filthy driving. So next up at 2, we have got Thunder Taco. And this chap has now got a half-second penalty to serve for track limits. That's the only reason, really, you get a penalty these days. So he's going to be slow on the straights. That means the BMW is going to catch up. And he's going to try and block the BMW and force him to brake, or miss his braking zone, go into the wall. So now jumping ahead to the Pentagon corner, we have got a bit of karma happening here, as we're going to lose a bit of control and put it in the wall, end up losing a bunch of positions, so instant karma right there. And that means he is going to be overtaken by a few, and then of course the BMW is now coming back, and the BMW is getting his own back, getting a bit of revenge there, shoving him off into the sand. I mean, he could have had a decent result there, but it's going to look like 7th place at least at the moment. And then at number 1 this week, we are back with Trone. Some more filth here. So watch the Citroen up ahead. I mean, that wasn't the cleanest overtake from the Mercedes, but he's going to try and block Trone, so Trone knows what's happening. So you need to watch the replay, because later on he's going to lose it through the S's here, and that means the car behind him is going to be catching up rather quickly, which the Citroen man is not too happy about, and he's also got a half-second penalty for his track limits violation. So we're going to try and block this Corvette, and it's only going to end up with him pit maneuvering himself, and well, he managed to sort of go the right way, losing a bit of control in his efforts to rejoin, but still able to carry on. Now he's got a 1-second penalty, blocking some chaps from getting past as he comes to serve that penalty. It's kind of in vain though, because he has to slow down anyway. Going to try and block the Nissan, end up spinning, and of course quitting the race as you do when you are a fool. So in with some bonus clips, but before we get into those, if you enjoyed the video and you'd like to leave a comment, why not go ahead and join the engagement gang like the guys on screen right now. And if you're new around here, go ahead and subscribe and click the notification bell so that you don't miss any future videos. We just have the one this week from Inferno the Fox, and we have 1 car going off, 2 cars going off, the car behind him also going off, the car behind him also going off, finally the Bugatti going off, and then the Honda getting it right and getting a whole bunch of positions. So yeah guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, new black, new around here, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you very much to my patrons whose names you're seeing on screen right now. If you'd like to join them and get access to videos early, the link is in the description, and I'll see you guys in my next video.